Hello, good afternoon everybody. Today we will start the new chapter, that is from part 2 book, and the name of the chapter is business finance. So first of all you should be understanding the meaning of finance. Now finance means what? See, if how much blood is important for the human beings, isn't it? That much is the important for the business to have the money, to have finance, so that business can run properly, isn't it? So that the business can extend it or flourish it, or you can say that modernize it, and so that the business can buy fixed assets or current assets, everything whatever is the business can do, the carrying out the activities, it's only with the help of money or finance. So that is only business finance. Now this finance is very much important for the business, isn't it? So with that context, I just want to say that financial management is important. To manage the finance is very important, isn't it? So financial management work is done by the finance manager. Got it? Now as we know that management is planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling, isn't it? Overall the management is multidimensional. Management of work, management of people, management of operation, that we have learned, isn't it? Similarly financial management, this finance management, planning, organizing about financing. Okay, so finance, to plan the finance, to organize the finance, everything is there only about finance. So this is financial management. Now see, this is the meaning and why this financial management, you can think about the procurement, or you can say acquisition of funds or utilization of funds, and then disbursement and disposal of funds. These three things are important in this financial management, so that the objective of financial management would be achieved, isn't it? If a manager is only heading towards properly acquisition of funds, that utilization of funds and then disbursement of funds, means he can achieve the objective of doing this management for the finance. Okay, now first of all we should be understanding the acquisition of funds. Acquisition of fund means raising the funds, how to get the funds, that is by issuing of shares or by issuing of debentures or by borrowing from borrowing loans from financial institutions, something like that. That is acquisition. And then utilization. Now how to utilize, why this utilization is also important, isn't it? Like buying of assets, okay, investment work, some invest in the project work, production work, isn't it? So in what way the production is important. So similarly I just want to tell you that these all procurement, acquisition and this disbursement is also equally important. Now what is disbursement? Now disbursement of funds is what? I just want to write here also acquisition, that utilization and disbursement. The main aim, that is acquisition, isn't it? To get the funds. And utilization. Utilization is also important. Utilization, isn't it? After that you have to write disbursement. Disbursement. Disbursement, or you can say dispersal, disposal. Now you see, by doing these three things, what will happen? The finance manager can achieve his target, isn't it? Now disbursement, like shareholders will get what? Dividend at the end, isn't it? The remaining residual portion of profit is meant for the disbursement, isn't it? So that is, if disbursement of funds is done in a proper way, or you can say if the shareholders are satisfied with the disbursement job that is done by the finance manager, then we can say that his role is now properly done. He has done a great role, or now he is successful, or the business is successful after doing this work. Okay, means see, first of all we will see the role of financial management. Now here it is written in a point wise manner. The first one is size and composition of fixed assets. Now he has to think about, see, finance management, the job is to think about to make this, how much amount to be utilized for buying of the fixed assets, how much amount to be invest for acquisition of the fixed assets. Okay, so what size to be used. Okay, so either it is big plant and machinery or like that. Okay, so another one is amount and composition of fixed assets. So how much amount to be keep as a cash, or how much amount to be utilized in the buying of the current assets. Okay, so current items you know very well. Now number 3, the amount of long term and short term financing. Now how much long term loan to be acquired, isn't it, so that whether they are able to pay in that maturity period or not, long term funds. And then short term funds, that is short term financing, that means taken loan from short period of time, that is within 1 year they have to pay it, isn't it. So it's all affect the business. So this is also the work of the finance manager. Now another very important work that he has to do, that is his role, fixing of debt equity ratio. Now what is debt? To get the loans from outsiders, or you can say by issuing of debentures, or you can say receiving loans from the financial institution, isn't it, debt. And then equity by issuing of shares. Okay, so these two things also affect the business. One is for raising of funds from issuing of debentures, also affect the business because they have to pay a large amount of money as a interest, isn't it. And then for issuing of shares, they have to, the company, the business, the finance manager has to decide for the proper disbursement of the that funds for the to satisfy the shareholders at the end, isn't it. Means that that value of the shares has to be increased, wealth maximization should be there, so that the shareholders will be satisfied, isn't it. So this debt and equity also affect the business. That's why now this his work wisely, he has to take the decision for fixing of this debt equity ratio also. Now another important point is all items in the profit and loss account, that is, we know very well in the debit side we write all the expenses, that is interest paid, depreciation, all the expenses incurred during the year, isn't it. And in the income side we also write interest received or something like that, any income that is earned during the year we will be writing in the credit side of the profit and loss account. Now the more and more interest paid will be writing in the debit side, this affect the amount of profit. Similarly it will happen if there will be more and more income will be writing in the this side, we show in the credit side, then there will be what will happen, there will be more profit, isn't it. So these all affect. Now this is his decision what finance manager will take. Okay, so what items will be shown, how much to be incurred expenses, how much depreciation to be charged, these all decision will be taken by the finance manager. Now these are the role of the finance manager. Now, another thing we have to understand about objectives of financial management. Now why this financial management is there, what is the objective? See, main objective is to maximize the wealth of the shareholders. Okay, so if the business, if the company will achieve this maximizing the wealth of the shareholder, then automatically these 4 objectives also will be achieved, that is proper profit maximization, maintenance of liquidity, proper utilization of funds, and meeting financial commitment with the creditors. Now see, what is maximizing the wealth of the shareholders. Now you see, wealth of the shareholders, or you can say the shareholders will get the benefit at the end only after satisfying all this, after doing all the work, after making payment to all the all the claimants, isn't it, after satisfying the creditors, after satisfying the suppliers, after making even payment to the preference shareholders, debenture holders, to everyone, and then whatever is left over, that is residual portion of the profit, that is only meant for the shareholders, isn't it. So if their wealth, if their dividend is maximized, means we can say that there is maximized profit, there is maintenance of liquidity. Maintenance of liquidity means sufficient amount of funds is available in the business, isn't it? Liquidity position is very good. Now proper utilization of funds is there so that their wealth is maximized. Now they have already met the financial commitment, or you can say they have already satisfied the outsiders, or you can say the claimants from whom they have taken loans or from whom they have taken credits, so on, isn't it? So if the wealth of the shareholders is maximized, or you can say if the shareholders are satisfied after getting the dividend from the company, means the company has done a good job. They have properly acquired, you go to the first 3 points, that is they have acquired the funds, they have acquired in a proper manner, they have utilized the funds in a proper manner, and the dispersion or disposal of the funds is also done in a satisfactory manner. Okay, so with this I would like to end up here, and we'll be doing the continuation portion later on. Thank you so much.